improving ourselves, seeing ourselves in the best light, not letting Satan jump in and put something in our head and we buy into it. I think too many of us do that. And he gets us mentally more so than anything else because that's the easiest way for us to fail. Go right to the source.
Yes.
When an enemy, when you have two countries at war, the first thing you want to do, instead of bombing the actual combatants, you want to go and you want to bomb the communication center because now they won't be able to talk and you won't be able to receive the commands to execute something righteous. So when Satan comes in on you, he's not just going to, well, let me have a car run over your foot or let me make you trip and fall, and bust your arm. No, get into your mind with doubt. And the doubt can come in a very sugary situation. The doubt can come from a parent, a mother, a father, aunt, a friend, an acquaintance, something you overheard, some favorite TV show you're watching, and it puts a message of negativity to go to your righteous, positive control center of your mind and stop you right there. So we got to be careful how we see ourselves. See? We see other people a certain way. It may not be the reality. How many times have we been shocked with that? Where we see a person, oh, they're so nice, or they're living this wonderful life, and you heard they put a bullet in their head the night before. So what we actually are on the inside, those seeds of greatness like we were speaking about before, we can't have them grow in the soil of negativity. We can't have them in darkness.
Wow.
And let nobody tell you that you think you're better than them or you're a narcissist. Because, you see, when somebody tells you that, oh, you think you're better than everybody else, they're telling you that they think they're lower than everybody else. So you don't have to babysit their idiosyncrasies. See? And a narcissistic thing, lots of times that's when people have low self-esteem. I had someone always tell, oh, you're a narcissist, you're a narcissist. And when I began to think about this person, I said, wait a second, it's not that I'm a narcissist. This person has low self-esteem. This person has accepted the fact that the world has called them ugly, and they really believe this. And through all the upbringing, but now you're babysitting somebody else's hang-ups, and now you can't fly up as high as you can because you have all this weight on you. So you got to be careful what goes in your mind, because I think that's 98% of the time how the evil forces, Satan and his imps, come at you.
What goes in your mind and how you actually perceive yourself. You were saying something so powerful earlier about not focusing on the temporary condition that we're currently in, the temporary environment, the temporary existence. But if we actually believe what the mind is trying to get us to conceive, those thoughts, those higher thoughts of ourselves, those thoughts that there's no limits to what we can become. When you let go of the things that you're holding on to, when you let go, sometimes it's like having on too much clothes. Sometimes you have to take off that hat of insecurity, take off that, that jacket that you may have of low self-esteem. Take off those shoes, those tennis shoes you have. And for women, you may want to put on some heels. But when you take off these things that have been holding you back, as Erykah Badu used to say, bag lady, when you're carrying too much bags, when you take off those bags, let me tell you something. Your current existence isn't going to matter because you will fight for the things, the conception that the Most High has placed within your soul. This existence, wherever you are, if you're not where you want to be, if you're not at the job that you want to be, if you're not living a lifestyle that you want to be, you have the power within yourself to manifest the greatness that lies within you. The question is, do you believe it? Can you really conceive it? If you can, do the work. It doesn't matter about the perceptions of people around you, what they think about you, what they feel about you, what they currently know about you. You don't have to stay that way. It is you and your mind. your connection with the Most High, with the divine energy within you that allows you to elevate and ultimately ascend. So you can change. You can be better. You can grow. And ultimately what you will see around you is nothing but abundance. Because it is the manifestation of the seeds that were already planted within you from the Most High.
We need to know that. We need to know how much our mind is being attacked every day and how we allow it. Because what I find in this lifetime, that when we have these situations that are so tough to get through, and the people in our lives that are sucking from us like parasites, most of the time we went to the front door and opened it up and let them right in. See, and we've got to bear responsibility for a lot of it. It's not always that way, because we have young kids who come up in situations that they couldn't choose. I mean, they couldn't choose the negativity. They didn't choose the negativity. They may have somebody who sees those seeds of greatness inside them. They see that light inside them, and they try to snuff it out from young. And I think that's one of the most tragic things that can happen, and unfortunate. So I cannot blame those people, those youngsters who are coming up. Oftentimes we get involved in relationships, and that mate will see that light inside of us and get fearful that, you're going to leave me. They don't say that right away, but they're thinking this person is going to leave them because of the light that's inside of them. So to guarantee that the person is always going to be there with them, they may have a hang-up about being alone. They try to snuff out that light. They're not hating you when they do that lots of times. It's just that they may love you, but they're in fear that you're going to be gone. Because, look, we all grow at different rates. So when you're in a truly committed relationship, you've got to let them know that, hey, I'm not going to leave you, but you have to let me, or I am going to grow.
Why?
If you have the desire to travel the world and get into the speaking engagements, one might have a mate who gets insecure that, you're going to be around all of these different men and they're going to like you because they see the greatness inside of you, and they admire you for the same thing. You see, so they may try to sabotage your dates. You may get a call in, or the phone might ring and you're in the shower, and they pick the phone up and curse out the person who's trying to arrange this thing. Just sabotage. There's so many different ways of looking at that when you have that light, but you have to protect that light. And like in boxing, you have to protect yourself at all times. So you have to protect that light, because you're not only going to draw good people who can feed from the light when you want to feed them, like a candle lighting another candle. It doesn't take away from the original candle, but you're going to have people who come around you to feed off of you and snuff out your light. So you can see the light from across the room. You don't have to be up in my face. I'm saying that for a spiritual level, not just the physical. There are people who want to come into your life just to snuff your light out. If they really want the light from you, and things happen naturally. Friendships, acquaintances, they all happen naturally, but you will have agents who will come right to you as though they are the bearers of light, but they got a big mirror reflecting your light back at you because they got no light inside of them. And so you identify this light. You say, wow, they are just like me. They have similar goals. You're looking at yourself because they're hiding behind that mirror. That's why they have the term smoke and mirrors, deception. People will reflect what you put out just to get next to you. Like in the cartoons when they had somebody who wanted to sneak up on somebody in the desert, so they pick up some rubbish or some brush and hide behind it and creep up a little more until they're right up on you, and bang, they got you. So you have to protect yourself. This is where
discernment comes in. Because I did a video yesterday about you are not what you attract. You are what you allow. And you are what you basically allow, is what I was saying, because I was trying to explain to people that light is going to attract everything. You know how you put a light on, maybe outside on your porch? You're going to get all kinds of bugs. You're not just going to get one type of bug. Say if you put a piece of food out on the street, all kinds of things are going to be attracted to that piece of food. But you don't, even though these different energies, these different people these different demons come with you in different facades, different facets. It is that connection with the divine, with the Most High, that gives you the discernment. So you don't have to allow this person to exist in the same space in which you do. Discernment, paying attention, honoring that which speaks within you is going to keep you in a good space, and it's going to allow you to heal. When you allow those things that aren't good for you to stay away, discernment is key. That was
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at lancescurv.com and follow Scurv on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under Lance Scurv.